Today I'm cutting some soap for a custom order for a bed and breakfast. I did up this 25-pound mold. I have 80 pieces that I'm cutting at 3/4 wide, and then I'm going to cut them in half to make these nice little handheld, quick, pretty soaps that you would use at your bed and breakfast day. I don't know the address of this bed and breakfast, but I know it's out in BC. When I get that, I'll share. Who knows, maybe if you guys are going out there, you can use some of the Woolly Bath soap that's going to be in the bed and breakfast. I did this with 3 different colors, and then the white one, which I'm not calling a color because I didn't add a mica, it actually has some kaolin clay in it, so it's got a really nice hand feel. It'll have a really nice slip on the glide on the skin when you're using it. That's pretty cool. And then I scented it with a duplication fragrance I got from Windy Point, Apple Blossom and Lavender. It smells really fresh and light, clean soap, very unisex, which is obviously something that you want going into a bed and breakfast. It shouldn't be gender specific. You want it to be good for everyone who goes. That's also why I chose the colors that I did. I did a color to represent the different fragrances, just the different smells that make up the fragrance, sorry. So for the Apple Blossom, I've got the green and the red, and then the lavender, the obvious purple. And then also for that Apple Blossom, depending on the apple tree, they're either a pink or they can be white. And I wanted something that they could just blend all into and look really pretty together, so that's why I did that as well. Almost there. I need 40 pieces, and then I'm going to take those 40 pieces and cut them in half. And it'll be that perfect little handheld bar that you would use. And they're all completely unique. It's one of the cool things about soap, which is also what I really liked about felting too when I was doing my felting, which got me into soap making. So you can never make 2 pieces identical. Doesn't matter how hard you try, it'll never be 100% the same, which makes it super cool. And that's the last one. I'm going to cut up the rest of this guy. And I have 2 other loaves that I cut off from the molds on my multi-bar cutter. Alright. Gotta move these or I'll crush them with the top of this thing. just repaired this thing, so let's see how she goes. It's not a perfect repair, unfortunately. It's slightly angled. There we go. So I just cut off a little bit on the edge there, and actually it does look pretty straight, but my very first bar now is like really wide on one end of it because it's cutting at this, yeah, my wires are too angled. Unfortunate, but that's life. Ooh, this one's funky. So these other bars, these full bars, and these are an inch thick, which is my standard bar size. These ones will be available online and at the market. In that first or second week of January is when this will be ready. I made this soap a couple days ago. I just couldn't cut it right away because I was at my staff Christmas party last night, so it had to wait just a smidge. Some of them got a bit more marbling effect than others. That's nice. These multi-bar cutters are really the way to go. They're so much faster. That individual cutting one at a time is a real time suck. The big thing with these wire cutter tools is you have to clean your strings. The wires get that little bit of soap build up on them. And if you don't clean it up, it'll give drag marks down the bar. Nobody wants that. So I'm just checking my tension. The wires tend to loosen up with every time you go through. And then as you tighten one side, the other side will become loose, like it's like fine balance. You gotta like go through and twist them all until you get a nice snugness to them. See how I got this kind of clear, it almost looks like that old, you can still get it, but that pear soap, that glycerin soap. That's what happens when your soap starts to gel. So I do cold process soap, but then afterwards I cover everything with a board, and I put towels and a wool blanket, everything. Like, I insulate my mold really well to try and get my colors to gel, and the result is I get a little bit of the sweating, like I get like a glycerin around the edges, which is good. Lots of people like glycerin soap, but it also makes my colors truer, which is really nice. This will be good. I'm excited to have this one at the markets. This Wednesday is my last market for the year, and then I'll have a couple weeks off to just make stuff and relax, and then the Sherwood Park Farmers Market picks back up on January 12th. Which will be good. The break is good, but so is getting back out there and getting to meet all of you. It's part of what makes everything that I'm doing so much fun, is I love going to the markets and talking to new people and just chatting with people and sharing my passion for what I make and seeing reactions of people as they smell the soaps and which ones they like, and in some cases which ones they don't like, which is always entertaining because scent profiles, it's very, you know, it can be really personal as to which ones you like, so it's always fun to see the reactions. I always get a kick out of it. And I never waste those little ends. I always just make them into a nice little soap ball. This is my sampler. Denny and I use these in our bathroom, the shower, wherever else we need, kitchen sink, and they're just fun to have. Like, it's almost like a river rock by the time I'm done, because essentially, because the soap isn't cured yet, you can just keep massaging it and working it, and that's what's called soap dough. If you ever watch any videos and they're talking about soap dough and how they do that, it's basically, well, not basically, it is soap that they made the day before type thing, and then they take it and they massage it just like this, like Play-Doh, and they get it really nice and soft, and then you can actually model with it. There's some soap makers that will do like solid colors. I've seen this one girl, she does she'll do solid colors and make like avocados, and she'll like do the solid green, and then she'll do a black, and she'll like roll the pit for the center of the avocado, and she might like have a yellowy color to do slightly around, and she'll build up her layers, and there's lots of things you can do with it because it gets really malleable, just like that Play-Doh, and you can shape it. But I just like to do my little river stone. I think it's fun. There you go. I have a bunch of these kicking around. Here's my Perfectly Crantastic. This one I didn't do very pretty, it's just olive oil. This one turned out kind of fun, the modeling and stuff. This one I did for a corporate order. I don't have any for sale, unfortunately, but yeah, it's a really nice soap. I might try and make some for sale too in the new year. It's a black raspberry vanilla which if you've seen me at the market, you've probably seen my bath bombs. It's one of the most popular ones. And I did this as the same size as I'm doing for this bed and breakfast for a realtor in town here that she gives to her clients. So that was a fun one to do. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, wow, good on you. This was a long video. That's a lot of soap. Have a great night, a great day, whatever time you're watching this.